Hello, everyone, and welcome to my happy place. I hope it becomes yours as well. Hello, my crafty friends. So today we're going to work on something that was kind of a personal project of mine I'm trying to get done. So I thought I would chat with you and try to get this finished. I saw this card. I cased this card on Mindless Crafting's Facebook group. It was submitted by Caroline Poirier. And it's an Easter card, and I thought it was really beautiful. And this is, I'm sure, what she ended up with. So I thought, let's try to recreate that. And so I took some paper that it's not my favorite, and tried to recreate it, but kind of in a different way. I'm going to make some assumptions here. I'm going to assume that Caroline probably had a die for that. It looks like it was probably a die, and it had 5 different layers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's what I kind of assume, that she probably had a die for it. I could be totally wrong, and it could be not. It kind of looked like an Anna Griffith type thing to me, which is not usually my look. However, for Easter, I do kind of go towards that. Plus, I do think that the look kind of makes the egg look like a Fabergé egg. So I tried this. I recreated in Design Space. I just found a bunch of ovals, lace ovals in Design Space, and kind of layered them and cut them out. And then I found the Easter blessing. That was in Design Space for Cricut. I had that, went ahead and had that printed on. All I had to do was color it in. And then I had a die for these little flowers, so I just went ahead and used those. And I added this little piece here just so that it would stand up better. So that is how I have recreated it. So again, I use this, this is because I was doing some trial and errors with it. It has some crinkles and stuff because this was kind of like my pattern piece. So then I decided to cut it out of all kinds of different things. And these are the ones that I ended up cutting it out with. Here, I've got that one. There's this one. And, they're not typical colors, but I think because it kind of looks like a Fabergé egg, it doesn't really have to be typical. I just kind of tried to find colors that I felt went together, and that would be pretty together. And then I cut a bunch of flowers out. These are all the flowers here. And I have more than I really need. I just took the colors and then punched a bunch out with my dies. So I need to, though, go in and do a few things to these flowers. I need to put some ink. I need to ink them up a little bit to give them some definition. And I also need to kind of form them, right? To, again, give them some definition. These I kind of tried, these clear ones, I kind of tried something different with that. I cut them out of vellum to see if, I've never done that before. I kind of wanted to see what that would look like. So I did there's a lot of different colors here. Like I said, we're not going to have to use all these, but I wanted the options. And flowers, you can never go wrong with flowers. I have a little container that I keep flowers in to use, if I need them for a project or whatever, then I go ahead and do that. You just pick one out of there and use it. Or maybe the inside of a card or the outside. You never know. Oh, there are 2 different blues here. I need to be careful of that. Yeah, there we go. just remembered that there are two. They're very similar, but they are different. And like I said, some of these there's more than others because there really was no rhyme or reason to how I did this. I just kind of tried to make sure there were some that kind of like this one. There's only one. All right, and so we're going to take our ink here, and we're just going to ink them. And let's see. Here we've got blue. We're going to use this blue and I just kind of, you know, I know people use their little ink daubers or whatever. You can do this however you want. I simply just go around the edges with the small little ink pad itself. It works just fine. It gets the ink on there. That's all I need. Just trying to accent it a little bit there on the edges. And it works out. This one, I might need to get my tweezers. These are tiny, 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 tiny. When I'm working with some, you know, I always think, oh, you know, I've got, my hands are pretty good. I got pretty little, you know, thin fingers. I got my mom's hands, I think, with her long, thin fingers. But until I'm working with something like little tiny like this, and then I feel like my fingers are as big as sausages. You know, they're like, makes it a little harder to work with these tiny little things. But, you know, I guess that's like, you know, that's why I'm not short. I've never been short, but I'm not really particularly tall either. But I always kind of felt like I was maybe kind of leaning more towards the taller side, because I have a lot of short people in my life. And until I'm around somebody that's actually tall, like my one of my daughters, her fiance is super, super tall. And anytime I'm around him, I feel so short. I love to be around him. I wish he was around all the time so I could feel short like that, because it's not a feeling I'm really that used to. See, we're going to use the same one for this blue here. But I suppose, you know, it's always, the grass is always greener, right? Taller people want to be, and want to, you know, what it's like to be short. Short people, you know, they don't like being short. They want to be taller. So, you know, I always tell my kids, you know, I'm shrinking, and as I get older, and I'm like, I'm not getting taller, I'm getting wider. And so I'm not growing that way. I'm growing the other way, unfortunately. But hey, c'est la vie. Who cares, right? You only live once. See, this works pretty well. It gives it a really nice little... I see people, you know, using the daubers, and I am going to order some because I don't have any, and actually I think they're kind of cool. So we're going to do that. Let's see. We've got the purples. Let's use a dark purple with that. You just kind of got to make sure that these edges are all right. And I'm going to stop talking so that I can fast forward through the rest of this, so you don't have to sit here and watch me ink all these flowers. So I'm going to assemble one of these, and then um, I'm just going to kind of fast forward through the rest of them. So we have, so that you can see them when they're all done. So as we can see from this one here, this piece and this piece really need glued together. So let's get my handy glue thing here. And let's put some glue. And I'm really just going to put it on this part because I still want it to look lacy. Oh, got a little bit right there. Okay. So we're just going to kind of center this. The best way we can. All right. And then this needs to be embossed. We need to, or score. We need to score it. And this is, let's see, I think it's, yeah, it's 7. So we want to do it at 3.5. Should be the middle. That does not look, oh, I think it moved. There we go. 3.5. Right there. Let's get that. All right. So we've got that. Then we're going to put glue on the bottom half of this one. Yeah. Let's see here. Put that together. Then I think I'll assemble this. Put some glue on the back of that. Kind of stick that in there. And then put some glue on the back of this. And put this right there. And voila. Now, I'm not sure you need, with this one seems to be sturdier. I'm not sure you're going to need the thing, but I'll probably put them in there just in case. All right, so this one, these are the flowers that go with it. And so we're just going to put a few flowers on here. Let's see. I think we might do that one. That one. think those will look good. So we're just going to put a tiny little bit of glue right there. And there. And then we need centers for them. So let's do, oops, that one is moving still. It should be okay. All right, let's see. We need, maybe we use purple centers for the blue ones. And then blue for the purple. Kind of, because they're shiny, it kind of picks up the color. Anyway. See that? How it's picking it up? I had some glue on my finger and I think this picked that up. All right. Let's just stick some glue in the centers here. Stick these where they belong. Oh. There we go. Isn't that pretty? It's really pretty. It looks very much like a Fabergé egg, very Eastery. All right, I think I'm going to try put these together kind of in an assembly line. So I'm going to fast forward through the rest of the video, the rest of this assembly, for the other ones until the end so that we can see them all done. Okay? Okay, and so we're done. What do we think? They actually turned out really pretty, I think. And they do really remind me of Fabergé eggs. Here they all are. Each one of them is very different. There's the original one. Very similar. So, there we go. I hope you enjoyed making these with me. And don't forget to thumbs up the video. Don't forget that I have lives on Monday evenings at 6 p.m. I'm going to be getting ready for one here soon. This is a little clip that I use for actually quilting, and it actually worked pretty well, right? To keep this together, to kind of keep it flatter so I could work on it easier. That was a good little thing that I did, and I really like how these vellum flowers turned out, and I had kind of gone around the edges just with a Cricut marker that was metallic, so I like the way that turned out as well. And I hope that everybody that I send these to for Easter really loves them. And I hope you take care. I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching Happy Place Crafting. Please remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. It means a whole lot.